Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome to our OpenTTD Season 11 Let's Play live here on our Thursday night. We're going to start with a fantastic train whistle for joke. And if you want a fantastic train whistle just like this one, you can go to the Hellish store. Now that's the H store, hstore.masterhellish.net. Hello everybody, how are we all doing? Yes, we've got somebody who wants to name a train. We've got to name some other things as well. We've got to do all sorts of things. Looking sharp, I know. Oh, there we go. H store, the one at the top there. Okay, so there we are, folks. Hello and welcome. We are going to be getting on with some OpenTTD in just over 6 minutes time. Until then, we're going to do the hellos, how are yous, the news and the to-dos. Oh, I like that. The hellos, the how are yous, the news and to-dos. Oh dear, I think I've had too much sneak now. No, I've had one of these, as I often do before a stream. This is now full of water, or it was full of water. Kevin DeB, happy new hair, happy new hair. I did tease the hair on the Discord. If you're not on my Discord, head over to my website. There's a link to my Discord. That's the kind of hub of my community. My YouTube channel is the hub of my content. The Discord is the hub of the community, and my website is the hub of my information. If you want to know anything else, you can usually find it on there. Yes. So I teased the haircut on the Discord by taking. I did a photo of the hair that was cut off. And I didn't show them what the hair was going to be like. But we've got a bunch of moderators in tonight. Hey, Brandon, DG Egg. I can see Fox Trends in here too. Hello, everybody. And of course, we've got channel members and stuff popping in. Morning, everybody. Hello. Good afternoon as well. Good evening and good night to some of you. Yes, right. Well, let's crack on with a few different things. So first of all, the news. So my last video was raising your game with conditional orders. So I did a video about conditional orders. It's been on my to-do list for a while now, and if you don't use conditional orders or you've just dabbled a little bit, I highly recommend you go check out that video on my channel. It's live now. Go have a look. Some good feedback coming up on that one. Hope you really enjoy that. And I was surprised at how many different places you might use conditional orders. So, yes, definitely check it out. Now, the next video... What day is it today? Oh, hang on, I might have this wrong. What's the video that's coming out? My notes are wrong. All right, the next two videos... So what is the next video? Oh, I've forgotten. That's because I'm working on next week at the moment. I'm working on next week, so I've forgotten what this week... Oh, no, conditional orders is coming out Saturday. So it's not out yet. What came out then? Take on the... Oh, it was the Hellish Challenge, right? Oh, hang on a minute. Yes, right. Scrap that. Conditional orders is not out. Forget about conditional orders. I didn't say that. My last video was taking on the best AI in OpenTTD. So it's my challenge for you to take on the Hog AI. Okay, so check that out. I lay down the rules. I give you the map. I show you what you can do, and I point you to where I had my go. So check that out. Let me know what you think. Put some comments on that video. Show it some love. My next video is going to be the conditional orders video. So that is going to be very useful for a lot of you. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. Get your notifications on. And then I'll tease one of next week's. One of next week's videos... It's currently called, and this is subject to change, Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Tiny Park Thrill Machiney. And I can't remember. I think it was Gerard who said, "I wonder who's going to get that? Who's going to get that reference?" I don't know how many's going to get that reference. I wonder. But there's that's my last video and the next couple of videos coming up. We've got a monthly giveaway going on at the moment for City Skylines 2. Kind of celebrating my trains-only Let's Play of City Skylines 2 that's going on my channel at the moment. There's a playlist for that if you want to check it out. And if you want to be within a chance of winning it, head out to portal.masterhellish.net. That's the interaction portal where you can take part in the giveaways. Now, on Monday night, we'll be doing our community gaming night again. That's going to be some Vault Hunters on the Minecraft server. You can either come and watch or come and join in. That's going to be on the second channel, so make sure you're subscribed to the second channel. The link to that is at the bottom of my channel and at the bottom of my website. Go have a look. Second channel, the variety channel. That's where we do the community gaming nights. It's also where I do live streams from LAN parties and stuff like that. And then OpenTTD news. Yep, the triple OpenTTD charity live stream is still going to be on the 14th of June for the World Cancer Research Fund. So if you've got any ideas about what you'd like to see in that live stream, we have a thread in the OpenTTD channel on the Discord. Again, get yourself over to the Discord. It's the hub of everything. And make clips. Make clips of stuff when you're watching it on YouTube. That's about it. That's all the newsy stuff, I think. Have I missed anything? I don't know. Now would be a good time to insert ads. I tend not to do ads on live streams. I don't know. I just feel like you're gonna miss something, right? I don't know. Anyway, in any case, hello and welcome everybody. Should we do a goal? Right. Let's do a goal for tonight. Right. Let's say if we have 5 super chats of... Oh, no. I was going to reveal something that I don't think I've told anybody yet. Or at least I haven't told any of you publicly. But it is quite a big spoiler. So I think we need to set the bar quite high. What do you guys think? My next big OpenTTD video. I tell you what. I'll set the challenge. If you guys want the spoiler, then we'll see if you can meet the challenge. Okay? So, we're going to say, if you want the spoiler, it's going to be a total of 5 super chats that are approximately the teal tier. £5 and higher. I'll give you 2 hours to do that. And then it's the big video reveal. Okay? Big video reveal. So if you want to know what that video is, I've started the goal now. Now, just to be clear, there are some people in chat who know about a big video. It's not that one. It's not the one that was the result of the recording session that we did. All right? Well, we are running out of time. We've done the news. We've said hello. And I've given you a tease for what you may be able to find out. Let's go to OpenTTD. Wow, that was a quick transition this time, wasn't it, eh? Maybe about conditional orders. It's not the conditional orders one. It's a bigger one than that. It is a bigger video than that. Alright then, so here we are in my OpenTTD world. Here we go. Isn't it fantastic? We are in the year 2004. We've got a whole bunch of monorail. Some of this monorail is quite new. We built a good amount of it over the last couple of live streams. Yeah. Started playing OpenTTD regularly. I'm not that good, but it's fun. It's the fun bit's the most important part, right? Guild Games, welcome to the stream. Yeah. Yeah. Name the Oasis. We will do it, Kevin. We'll do the naming of stuff quite soon. I've got a small list of things to do to name things. Also, Thomas needs to name a train, and I don't know if they've said in chat yet. I'm not seeing my name tagged, so we'll see. Infernal Badger, hello, welcome. So yes, for those of you who know about the video that is the result of recording attempt 2, the video that I'm going to tease is not that. So if we get five of those special super chats, then I will tease the other big video. You're thinking, okay, fair enough. So, yep, we've got the Zagblob Junction here. Thank you very much, Zagblob, for being a Viewer Plus subscriber. And we've got a few other junctions around the map. We'll have a quick look at them. Some of you may not have seen them in a while. Stevie D's Wonderloop is generally doing quite well. We're getting a little bit of slowdown off the back of one of them, but I think that's because, yeah, we've got a lot of trains merging in here. We might need a fixie episode sometime soon. What else we got? Oh, yeah, so that's Stevie D's Wonderloop. Then down over... Where has it gone? Here it is. We've got the Badger intersection. There we go. Badger intersection is actually less complicated than it used to be because we've got this extra bypass line on the left-hand side. Don't forget to name them. I've got the on my list, Brandon. Don't you worry. I think we've got maybe another couple of junctions sorted and named, but there we go. So the monthly giveaway for this month is City Skylines 2. I could have sworn there was an announcement that came out. If I go to the announcements channel on Discord and scroll up and I'll see it. I will. There it is. There it is. 7th of May. Yesterday. Not only... Right, Brandon. Minus a million Hellish points for Brandon, right? There was an announcement yesterday and I said it at the beginning of this stream. Okay. Right, what's going on? Oh yeah, we got stuff breaking down all over the place. Don't worry about that. So today we're going to be working inside the cities. These cities have grown so huge that yeah, we need to do something about it. We're going to provide some decent transport, and we're going to do different sorts of transport. So we're going to do some trams. We'll do some bus services. We might even try and do some waterways, and we might do some aircraft. And you might, Hellish, why would you do aircraft for intercity travel? Well, what if you're one side of the city and all you want to do is go to the other side of the city? Maybe. Yeah? Minus 1 million. You know what? I might do that. Points. Hellish points. Let's have a look. Wizard Brandon. Yeah, let's put Wizard Brandon there. The only problem is, right, if I give Wizard Brandon minus 1 million, he's going to fall off the top 100 list, and then I won't see it to do it back. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see if Brandon can redeem himself during the live stream. Now, before we get started with actually constructing inside the towns, inside the cities, we've got a few things that we need to deal with. Okay. So we've had Joke's train whistle, and Thomas has got to tell us what they want their train to be called, which they're going to do quite soon. But we have a pond to name, okay? So, in between streams, we had a pond that was redeemable. You could name this pond. I don't know why. Well, it's not a pond. It's more of an oasis because it's in the desert, right? We called it an oasis, didn't we? Can Hellish points even go into minuses? I presume so. I presume so. So, we're going to name this because Kevin DeB actually claimed it's on the point store. Now, the point store should not be confused with the Hellish store or with the T store. Okay. And there Kevin's in chat now. Yep, Champagne Supernova is the name of this oasis. You should get the reference. If you don't, it doesn't matter. But okay. Yeah, we're going to get integer underflow. I can't remember what size integer is in the database for that field. Yeah. Negative Hellish points are called heaven points. No, not. Yeah. So there we go. Yeah. We got a nice little oasis in there, and it's called Champagne Supernova. Right then. So, I think we're going to use the wheel. What we'll do is we'll use the wheel, and we'll use the wheel to do decide on the transport type. Okay. Now we can do some trains in the inner city, but it'll be round like the edges of the city for when they grow and stuff, or between the two cities here. Okay, we can't, and we'll try and go into the city a little bit. It depends how much they let us delete. Okay. Yeah, it'd be great to have proper undergrounds, but nah, we can't. Alas. Hey. Right. So what we're going to start with first. So the options are trains, road, and then trams, and then water, and air. There we go. We're going to spin the wheel and find out which one we're going to do first. Don't know. Here we go. Spin that wheel as much as possible. Turn the crank. Oh no, it's trains. Okay, well, we can do trains. It's not a problem. We'll start with some little trains. Fair enough. Right, we need to pick a city to do it with. I think if we choose... Oh, I've had an idea. Rigged. It's not rigged. What we could do is in this city, if we did trains in this city, maybe we could get some trains that go to the 2 large stations here and then through the city slightly. So what we could do is... Oh, God. I'm kind of regretting this thought, but let's see what you guys think. Okay, we'll go into drawing mode for a minute. Let's use pink. So if we had... If we had maybe a special platform or something on the side of this station, right, that allowed for local trains that linked into the main line, then what we could do is have a mini junction on the main line that lets us come back off. We can come to this station over here, right, round the edge, and then try and get through the city with a train track back to the other station. What do we think about that? Oh my goodness. I'm not so sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. But there we go. Right, here we go. DJ Egg has come in with a super chat. Thank you very much. Big video hype. That is one of our 5. Remember, if we get to those 5 super chats of that level, I will do a reveal of an upcoming video. I won't show you any footage, but I will just tell you what it is. Do the buildings have evil fish in them? Sadly not, no. Impossible, says Kevin DB. Sounds fun. Perhaps bulldoze the roads for the track. Yeah, roads. Yeah. Magic bulldozer. We're not cheating. We're not cheating. Good luck with that junction. If it isn't perfect, you know chat will make you redesign it. That's true, yeah. So the mainline trains run through the city centre. No, not the mainline trains. It'll just borrow a bit of the main line to go around. Yeah. Right. Overall, local authority. I mean, the local authority currently think I'm outstanding. So, oh, here we go. Right, we're naming one of the trains Thomas Andre 3000, the maglev engine. Right, in that case, we're going to choose one of the maglevs to do... Oh, hang on a minute. We haven't got any maglevs. We're going to have to name one of the monorail trains that. Well, 576. It doesn't fit. It's too long. You can't have it. Denied. Alright. So, I don't want to do this, but chat seems to think it's a good idea or sounds fun, so let's do it anyway. Let's get a station in. Let's see. Let's use some of the British platforms for this. Let's get a standard tile. And this isn't going to be monorail. Oh, maybe it should be monorail. No, it can't be because it's using part of the main line. So this is going to be standard track. We will do... Should we do it 4-track? Hey? Can't you just make a straight line up and down? I don't know. I'm going to pop that there. And then we're going to have to see if we can get it in on the side of this station, which we can. No, it's going to need a signal because it's not a terminus. There we go. Actually, it only needs an out. Good. one track 4 length? Yeah, it's only going to be a little thing going around. Use a big tunnel and create your own metro. I mean, we could use some tunnels. If we get stuck, we could use a combination of tunnels and road destruction. Now, how are we going to get under this or round it? We could just do a tunnel here. Oh, I can't do a tunnel through a tunnel in this version. Maybe a bridge might be in order then. Unless we go down a little closer. There's a bit of road here. If we go down there, and here, we can get a tunnel in there. And if we lower the land there, we can do... That's a sharp turn. That's fine. It's not that fine, though. What we can do is we can lower the land straight after the station. That will give the train a speed boost to help it go around this corner. There we go. Now, we can't use monorail for this because we're sharing part of the main line. Okay. So we'll certainly do some. Maybe I could lower the station level. Yeah, I kind of like it being... Oh, you mean this one? It's okay there, I think. We could use a tunnel from here. We'd need to do a couple more buildings to get some signals in. But then I think once we've gone under a certain amount, we'll have to then come out and try and go along the road for a little while. So let's do that. Let's see. Can we get a tunnel out here? Oh my goodness. Oh no, the local authority refused to allow me to build or do whatever that is. Okay, there is a big building there. Do they hate me or just... Let's see what the situation is. They think I'm medium. Yeah. Heart monorail? I mean, I'm going to try and put the heart in. I don't think it's going to work. Here we go. It's just a question mark. Oh, I thought it might be. I thought it might be. Okay. Right, back to the city. No need for the emoji. I know there's no need for it. I just... Oh, there we go. We can get the building. Which means... No, down. Land down. There we go. No. Oh, God, I did that too much. Oh, not enough. Right. Can I get a tunnel in here? Yes, I can. Now, the idea now is I want to come up and go onto this road. Oh, there's vehicles using this road. Okay. So we've got a bit of a tunnel. I'm going to try and use a bit of road. And then we'll also use a bit of bridge. Oh, the bridge sections. Yes. Because you can bridge a long road. So we've got a tunnel that helps us get into the city. We're going to go along the road a little bit. And then we're going to use bridges. It's not going to be terrible. Or that terrible. Okay. So what we'll do now is we'll pause on this one. We'll let the ratings come back up. And we'll go and do another one and come back to it. Okay? So let's load the last options and remove trains. And spin the wheel once again. Okay, here we go, folks. So the wheel's coming up now. Trains has been removed. What we can do is grab the wheel. Give it a little turn. There we go. It's a little bit laggy today. There we go. And the answer is blank. Well, of course, it's definitely blank. Why is it blank? Did I not delete trains properly and I just got rid of the word rather than the option? I probably did. It doesn't mean we're doing trains again. No more. We're going to spin it again. Oh no, I spun the wheel with no options. I'm not sure if this breaks the wheel. I think this used to break the wheel. If you span it with no options, I think it used to break. But then I fixed it so it wouldn't break. Instead of fixing it so you couldn't spin it with no options. No. I just made it so that it didn't error. Yeah, I don't know how many times we messed up this stream. Super rigged, yeah. Right, let's load those last... Oh, the options had gone. Okay, right, here we go. So, road, trams, which is also on the road, but it's not trucks. And as well as road and trams, we got water. That's going to be terrible. And air. Right. Let's attempt to spin the wheel again, shall we? The answer is always helicopters. You know what? I think that's best. I think for what we're trying to do, helicopters. Hellish wants to escape trains but can't. No. We're not trying to escape trains. We're doing trains. It's just we need our rating to sort it out. Road. Okay, that one's relatively straightforward. Okay, cable car. We don't have cable cars. If you want to make a new GIF for cable cars, then go ahead. Yeah. Burgle Rage Quit. Hi, welcome to the Twitch chat. We're here streaming on YouTube as well in a higher quality and bitrate. So we'll come back to the train city. What, you want to name the train something different now? What's going on? We're going to go to a different one and do some buses. Which one should we do some buses in? Should we do some buses in this city? Because it's a bit of an interesting city. We've got loads of bridges with trains going to various different places. We've got kind of... The city's so separated by this railway, I think it would be nice for the city to have this area linked with this area, linked with that area. So we're going to do a simple bus route. And what we'll do then is we'll also decommission this bus route. We don't need this anymore. Okay, so we'll send these guys to the depot. We'll get some other stuff in. So, over in this this part of town, we're going to give them 3 different stations that our buses are going to go to pick up and drop off people at. Yeah? And then down here, we're going to do the same situation. We're going to go 1 here, 1 there, and then 1 here. And then in the middle, we'll probably have some other ones. Now, these guys have gone into the depot. Let's get rid of them. There we go. And then we'll remove these ones. Boop. There we go. May as well keep the depot, I guess. And maybe we should have a couple more depots. Let's have a depot over this way somewhere. And a depot down this way, because you never know when they're going to need to actually do something. And then in the middle of the town, in the it's almost a heart shape, isn't it? If it had a little indentation near the station. Do we do a cluster or a ring? I like the idea of having a bit of a ring in the middle. So... let's do 3 like this. And then we'll do 2 like this. And then we'll leave a bit of a space again. 1, 2. I think we can get a road to go through there, but we won't. Right. Can we make the industry transparent, please, me? Okay, me. There you go. Oh, thank you very much, me. So, if we get rid of those buildings there, we can put a road through the industry. And we might be even able to put a bus station there as well. Yes! Look at that. Bus station in the middle of the industry. How cool is that? You suggest fixing a south set of bridges which go down and up. I mean, what, like these ones? Most of it looks okay. Anyway, I haven't quite finished yet. And then there's going to be another couple. So we've gone here. And then... Was it level or one further out? It's one further out. So... one here. And one there. There we go. It's a factory bus stop, I know. And then what we're going to do is just get a bus route in. Now, what I'm going to do, and I've made a short about this that will be coming out sometime soon, is I'm going to do lots of different routes, but in one set of orders. Okay? So let's get a bus. And let's get our station labels back so it's easier to see. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to do a shuttle service between these two. So we're going to go from the centre of town out and back. But when we come back, we're going to go to this one. Out, back, and out. And then when we come back in, we're going to go around in a loop through all of these stations. And then we're going to go from that one out, back, out, back, out, and there. So there's going to be some looping vehicles and some zigzagging in and out bit vehicles. Yeah, the water one will use canal. Now, we're going to also get an unbunch order in on these. So, Wembury Old Town Hall. This is the last station. So between these two stations, we need a depot. Oh, they don't want me to blow that up. Is there anything I can do? Maybe I could get rid of the road? No, they don't want like that. No. No. What's this? No. Well, they don't want me to do anything, do they? How do you dislike me so much? They think I'm very poor. What did I ever do to them? Should we bribe them? Bribe. I went down to very poor almost as soon as I bribed. Did you see that? Poor again. Medium. Will they let me destroy one building at medium? No. Okay. Let me try another one. Bribe. Okay, they think I'm good. They think I'm good. Quick, blow something up. There we go. Right. And then what we're going to do with the orders on this vehicle is right at the end, we're going to go to this depot and unbunch. So that they're all lovely and spaced out. Hello everybody. Yeah, my day's going well, thank you very much. Been doing a lot of content creating over the last few days. And then before that, had a lot of family time because we had a weekend, a family weekend. Then it was a public holiday on the Monday, so we had some family time then. Then my son was a little under the weather, so I looked after him on the Tuesday. So, yeah, pretty good. Now, how many vehicles should we have doing this? I would say roughly 3 billion. Well, there is 10, 20, 30... Let's go with 35. Why did I pick 35? I have no idea. Right, we'll come back to that in a little while. We're going to go back up to our train city. We're going to try and delete this piece of road and put us back on track. Then we're going to go across this crossroads. And we're going to build a bit of track here. And we're going to purchase this piece of land. And then we're going to go along. Get rid of this piece of road. Again, purchase the land. Then we're going to go along and get rid of this, purchase the land. Now, where are we? Are we getting close? Okay. Now, the reason why I did that is because I still want vehicles to be able to travel in and through and around the town, but also I want to be able to get my bridges in. So let's see if I can get that rail bridge in now. So we can do a rail bridge to here. Let's see if we can put our bridges in. There we go. And then we're going to do a rail bridge from here to here. And then ideally, I need to do a rail bridge to here, but then we've got this little bus thing going on. And we won't be able to bridge over the bus station. Yes. One advantage of building all the grid roads early on is you're allowed to allow the town to grow. Is then you you can bomb your own roads without the local authority have anything to say about it. That's a good point. I never did that in this one. Tunnel it. Maybe we'll tunnel it on this occasion. We'll have a look in a minute. I don't know what the rating's like at the moment. Oh, still outstanding? Apparently they don't mind the road explosion quite so much. Now we need to work out how we're going to get over here. So we're going to need to turn a corner at some point. And also... yeah, I have no idea actually. Right, hang on a minute. Let me think about this. So if we come out of the station and turn left down here, we could delete this and lower the land. That would be a break in the road. But then we could bridge over here, turn a corner and do some bridges down there. You guys think tunnel it? Tunnel it uses so much more space because you have to... well, it's not too bad. What's the point of using a 3x3 city grid? Is it most efficient on growth or what? It depends whether you... I think it's personal preference on whether you like the regular town grids or, the roads that happen, or whether you like the grid. The grid is usually better for catchment, and it is okay for town growth. It's not the best for town growth. Tell you what, if we turn right here, we could go under this hotel, and then we just have to figure this bit out. So let's do this bit first. Like I usually say, if there's something that's really difficult, right, do the horrible bit first. Right. So if we... can we... it's hard to see the land height changes as well. So we got this. That works. Okay, if I just do a normal bit here and blow that up, we can put a road bridge in across there. Then we can blow this one up and that one up. Probably that one as well. Okay. And then we'll do a rail bridge down to somewhere like here. Okay. So let's put that rail bridge in now. So we go along the rail bridge, we turn and go up into the station. Right? And then we've just got to connect these two rail bridges under this hotel, which I think, yeah, a tunnel might be best. So, if we get rid of these two pieces of road, might need to get rid of a little bit more, but let's see. Oh, it's going to be a... oh, no, it's going to go up twice. Okay, hang on a second. I'm going to go over here. So we come along here. We're going to go down. God, it's so difficult to see what's going on. That is a tunnel under the road. Then we could do the same here, I think, because the land almost naturally does that anyway. There we go. There we go. There we are. Tunnel under the hotel. So we've got a tunnel under the hotel. There's a bit of road here that's now orphaned. That'll never grow back. But the rest of this is not too bad. Okay, we've got some connections that are loose. The city might grow them at some point. So now we've managed to connect this station all the way around here. The trains will go onto the main line, use the main line, come round, and then we just need to come off the main line and down into this station. And that's going to be ridiculously... no, it's a diagonal. Oh dear. You're amazed that I pulled that off? That's not too bad. It's not too bad. deleting road is nowhere near as bad as deleting buildings, and being able to do these kind of bridges over roads is so cool. You could do a lot of railway track that is just up and down through the middle of a city. And this is something just fun and different. Is not going to be good for profit at all. So we're basically connecting just two big stations together and doing a shuttle service between the two of them. That's it for this particular one. Alright. Now the question is how we get off this track. How do we get off this track? Yeah, I've got an idea. The only problem is if for some reason the train wants to service and uses these depots, we need to split off here. We can't split off higher up. It'd be good to have another station. You know what? You are correct. Yeah, let's see if we can do that. So after this tunnel and this bridge, what if we put a station in here? There we go. So then we have tunnel, bridge, station, tunnel, bridge, station. Yeah? So if we go further up the main line, look at this. So the main line kinks this way and then comes out there. That's a perfect opportunity for us to come just like straight forward. We can't do that, but we can do that. But what I'm thinking is that we make a modification to the main line here, right? If we make this modification to the main line, just move that across there. That's not a problem. Then we can have a split here that goes out into a bridge. And that's where we can get our line back off nice and neatly before the depot. And I think that's far enough in front of the depot for us not to... Now let's count it, okay? So that's 1, 10, and 4. That's 15. Yeah, it's fine. And then we can have another station down here, which we can. What we do is we just get rid of a bit of road. Put another station next to this shopping mall, and connect the two together. And then we'll come out of here diagonally, and just connect the two. That way, we've got 4 stations. One on the back of the city, one at the bottom at the transfer station for the monorail, one in the centre, and one at the main station. It needs a depot somewhere. I mean, there are depots here, so there's one set of depots already. But yes, it needs another depot. Preferably a few. So... in this section, there's one depot. We can give it a depot in this section. That's okay. Standard double depot down here. On the line is fine. We can do a depot over here. That's, again, okay. These bits of road aren't really being used. There we go. We need signals. Imagine if we wake up for groceries and instead of a road being there, there's a train station. Boom, station. Okay, let's put signals down. Oh, no. Press the wrong button. Let's remove that. Alright, signals down the line. How far does that go? Until the depots. That makes sense. Then after the depots. Okay. Didn't seem to want to continue any more signals here for some reason. Is it the station? It can't do... oh, I can't do signals through the station, of course. And then into that station and one coming out. So we go onto the main line, come round. And then over here, signal going out and a signal going in. Very nice. Okay, that's cool. Are the trains going clockwise? The trains are going clockwise. Why? They should be going clockwise because that's the way I've split it off the main line. And it's just the way I was envisioning it in my head as well. Right, so we can have up to length 4 trains. Let's see what we've got in our vehicles. Oh, no, come on, vehicles. New vehicles. Alright then. So, there's the Turner Turbo Diesel, 100% reliability. Let's have that. Are we just going to make passengers only? I think so. This is a passenger service. This is a special passenger service. We'll go here. We'll go into the centre of town. We'll go here. All the way around. Stop at the shopping mall. Go back again. There you go. So we've got a little loop on that train. And we'll clone it so that there are... If we do 4 trains, that's the equivalent for one of each station, yeah. You missed the beginning? Why? Oh, okay, hang on a minute. Right, back up a bit. Why does this line even join the main line? For fun. Why not? Let's... I mean, it's... Yeah. We just do. It just does. Did I miss a different vehicle that would be good? Okay. Yeah, we're not going to do transfer. This is just a service. We're not trying to make profit out of this. Although it'd be interesting to see how much profit it does make. So let's get them on their way. And I think in order to space the trains out, I mean they'll space quite naturally around the long sections of track. But let's remove a few signals. Let's remove these ones. Just to create bigger gaps. That will help them naturally spread out. Then they go on the main line. And we want them to be able to come off the line and come up as close to the station as possible. So I won't remove any of them. And I'll remove a couple here. And we're missing some here. That's fine. We'll put one there. And I think that will do. So where's our, is that? Here's our first one. Our first one is going around already. It's loading and unloading. You can't even see it. Hi Max, welcome to the stream. It's going in the tunnel. Under the hotel that you can't even see. Can they exit the north station if they're going clockwise? Yes. Then we go into this platform here that you can barely see. And then from here, what they'll do is they'll come out past this little wiggle. They'll go on to exit C. That goes into the multi-track exchange system. Which is here. We spent a long time building this. And from here, it will choose to either go on the south line to turn right. Or it'll go on the central line to service. Now, it didn't go on the central line to service. So now it's on the main line ready to turn right. Oh, you missed the wiggle. And it will turn right here on the main line, not go straight on. Through this junction here. This is a T-junction. I think we're actually catching up with some of the other trains on the main line, which is then slowing us down a little, but that's fine. I like using a double engine train here. I think double engine trains look nice when they're small. It's not efficient. Tend to use more engines when you need more pulling power for longer trains, but there we go. Above the line. Did you just renew, or has your membership renewed for Membership Plus? Hi, what did you miss? We have just added a train network around one of the towns, and we're watching the first journey of the first train. It's got 4 stations. Let's turn the monies on. And it's just about to come into the last station. It hasn't really got many passengers on for that last station, but there we go. It's going to come in and hopefully make a little bit of money. Yeah. So Ooh. Let's go this way. So I think that looks like it's going to be quite successful. Right? There we go. Above the Lines membership just popped up. We'll come and revisit this and see how it's getting on. But we did buses down in this city. Let's see how they're getting on. So the buses come to these outlying stations. And they come in, they pick up or drop off. They turn around just like these three are doing now. And they come back into the city and pick up or drop off. Then there's a bit of a loop that goes on in the city. And they come out. Why are there none over here? Have they just not got over this way yet? Are these not spread out enough? Have we not got enough road vehicles on this loop? Oh, they're all waiting in the depot. I think the unbunching is kicking in. So it's now spacing them out. Okay. I am quite happy with this spacing. I think maybe we need a few more vehicles. Okay. So we had 35. Let's make it 50. Because it's a nice big round number, eh? There we go. Oh, right. So we're going to have to come back and check on these once the unbunching has definitely kicked in. But you can see it's holding the vehicles in the depot, leaving a space between them. So the unbunching is in progress. So that is the town with an inside rail network. We've got a town with an interesting bus network. What we'll do is we'll just spin the wheel. Did something just pop up that... I don't know. Anyway, we'll spin the wheel to see what we're going to do next. We're either going to do trams, waterways, or air transport. Okay, here we go. I like using the wheel. Although when we use the wheel for the Viewer Plus subscribers, it's a bit full. Okay, trams are going to be next. I was quite looking forward to doing some trams because A, it's quite easy, and B, I want to see if I can do it quite interesting. Okay. So, there we go. You suggest adding helicopters to the wheel. That's air. So air is probably going to be a combination of helicopters, and we're going to do them all this live stream. It's just a matter of what order we're doing them in. We're using the wheel for that. So yeah, above the line is a channel member, Membership Plus Plus. If you want to check that out, you can do. Also, you can go over to Twitch. If you've got Prime, you can use your Prime sub on Twitch. And also, we've got Viewer Plus. So you can have a look at this. So you can support me 3 main subways through the memberships, Viewer Plus, and Twitch sub. And of course, Viewer Plus is the best, but all of them are appreciated. And if you go to my website, masterhellish.net, there's a page of ways you can support me, and most of those ways are free. So go to the website, masterhellish.net, and there is a support option in the menu. Check it out. I'm not avoiding water. Right, I am going to take a very quick break, give myself a stretch, maybe get a drink, and I will see you in 2 minutes when we will start our third city and some trams. I'll see you in 2, folks. But I'm going to switch to the pistol now. Oh my goodness, it's right behind me. It's got beer. Oh my goodness. Oh, all the zombies are here now. Oh, this was probably not a good idea. Right, here we go. Oh no. Oh no, I'm nearly dead. I did deal with the zombies that were chasing me. Ooh, there's a new ship available and a new train. Yes! What are the chances? Oh my goodness. Just as we were looking for the ship that we ultimately needed, a ship with decent power, decent speed, right there. I'm not sure. I can move it around. It's just ridiculous. I can do that. We've actually managed to deadlock ourselves. Brilliant. We've managed to deadlock the entire of this little system there. These loopbacks, you put them in to solve a problem, they just provide more problems. That's the first time we've had a deadlock in a while. In theory, even if you've got a complex network, as long as you leave enough of a gap between your junctions, you should not get deadlocks. Right. So we're going to do a relatively interesting landing. It's one where we're going 1,000 meters per second and then we pull up. And the wings fall off. Well, I wasn't expecting the wings to fall off. That is interesting. There's some cool clips in the Be Right Back section there, and when I get around to it, we've got some more cool clips to add. Thank you very much to everybody who clips my content on YouTube. It is a big help. It doesn't put it straight into the Be Right Back clips. I do curate the clips that are done on my YouTube channel, and I pick the best ones to come and join the Be Right Back. So that's one of the things that if you clip on my channel can happen. I might use it for a short, I might use it in Be Right Backs, we might just take a look at it, but overall it is useful for the community in many different ways. Yes, no, I'm not avoiding water. I'm relieved it's not water, but I'm not avoiding it. Right then, folks, what we're doing, oh yes, trams. So, we need to pick a city to do trams in. Should we do the first city for trams, or should we save that for air transport? We need another big city. Wow! Okay, this could be cool, because it's actually 4 cities, not just 1. So I think we should do... maybe we shouldn't do trams there. Hang on a second. Let's have a look at some of the candidates, okay? So this is the city we did trains in, which probably would have been a good candidate for water because there's already some rivers there. And then down here we did road vehicles over here. That's still working. So we got this one that's an option. It's got railway lines through it. It's got some river through it. And we got this town, this town. We've got this one on the water. This one could be good for water because it's like partially surrounded by water. So we could do like docks and things around it, but then also try and get some water going through the city so that then we can make a bit more of a loop of it. So maybe that one. Add to the existing tram system. There are some trams on here. Maybe we could add to that. This one could be an option. It's a pretty big city. This one's got a big river going all the way through it. This one's got a little bit more waterways. Maybe some cool aqueducts, maybe. You never know. Looking at all... And see, this is another one that could potentially be good for water. We've got a bit of coast over there, a bit of coast over there, and a little bit of river here, but it doesn't really loop round very much. Can trams use bridges? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can use bridges. Now, this one's not great for water. There's not many options. Oh, and I forgot about these growing. So these two are just growing because of the alcohol at the hotel. That's pretty much it. There's bus routes going backwards and forwards for it, but that's all. And I think they're all the big towns. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. So I think we've got a few ideas for water and a few ideas for air. So I think for trams... let's do... Let's do this one, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's 4 or a few big cities now. Let's see. Can we convert all of this to tramway or some conversion? Can't convert type here. Not suitable tramway. Oh, I see. Do we have to lay the tram tracks over the bridge? Okay, so if we want a tram bridge, we have to have a tram bridge. I don't know if road vehicles can use that. Yeah. Okay, so I think with this one, we'll do a couple of different tram routes. What we'll do is we'll do a few linear routes and then also connect them. So what I mean is that we're going to have a tram route that goes right down the backbone of this city. So we're going to go from here all the way down to there. And then we'll do something similar here. So here, all the way down that section there. And then something across the top here. So all the way down there. Okay. And I've already lost them. Right, I found them again now. Or at least some of them. Oh, it's not easy to see. Ah, there's a break in the track there. We can continue it. There we go. Okay, that's why I couldn't see it. It wasn't there. And then we'll do a connection. So we'll go... Let's make that one a bit longer. So we'll come off here. We'll go up there and then we'll connect those two. And then we'll try and get a connection between these two. Now we'll use the bridge I just... Oh no, we need multiple bridges. Let's see. Can I do another bridge to here? Yes, okay. Connect these two bridges and then we can connect that one to this one. And then, well, how do we connect this one and that one up together? That's going to be a bit more difficult. Let's come down here. Turn this... Oh, actually, no, wait. We can just do a big bridge here, I think. Yes. Okay. Rename the city. No, we're not going to rename that city. McBora, hello, welcome. Right then, so for this line up and down here, I'm going to start by adding probably every other block. There's one service, and each main line can have its own depot if we've got room for it. Oh, I'll just blow up a building. Can't be that important. One little building. This is going to do like 50 trams. Maybe. It might do. Let's find out. We've got a big passenger tram there. It goes quite fast. And can have 90 passengers. Nice. Now, I'm not going to do the routes for it yet. I need to get the other vehicles, the other stops in. So this line, I'm going to use as a connecting line. And then we're going to do the other big set of stations down here. So, one there, here. There we go. Wow, this is a long line. No, I want one here on the slopey bit. Oh, we'll just move it one along, it's fine. And then, that's it. And then that's going to be connected up to this line. Which we're going to have one right at the very end. So let's put another piece of track on there. There we go. There we are. Where did we go? Did we go somewhere together where there was tram? Oh, yes, that's right. We was in the Netherlands. We went and we saw trams going around, but I don't think we actually went on a tram. That was a missed opportunity, wasn't it? Have I been on a tram in a city? Oh, no. I don't think I have. That'd be bad, wouldn't it? Have I been on a tram? You're a tram driver in the Netherlands. Cool. Can I ride on your tram? Yeah, we saw a tram in Rotterdam and we didn't go on it. Now I'm wondering if I've ever been on a city tram. hang on a minute. So not many cities in the UK have trams. There's no trams in the local cities near me. There's trams, I think, in Sheffield, but I haven't been on them. Again, I've been to Manchester. I've seen the trams, but I've not been on the trams. I've been to Manchester, Sheffield, Rotterdam, and all 3 locations. I've seen the trams and then not been on them. Yeah. Twitch chat. I live in a block from a tram station here in Seattle. Yeah. There's the District Light Railway in London. That's technically trams. Again, I haven't been on the District Light in London. I've been on the Underground and I've been on parts of the Overground, but not the District Light. Sounds like you need to go on the Soul Trip for the purpose of a tram. I know, right? I'm just racking my brains. There must be somewhere... Oh, hang on a minute. Are trams rare in England? Yeah, they're quite rare. Quite rare in England. Mostly because most places in England are actually quite small compared to other places in the world. So getting from A to B, relatively straightforward. You don't need massive internal infrastructures. Come and get some Warburgers. I would love to come to Rotterdam again. I would love to have a little visit to Rotterdam. Yeah. Shall I put it on my... you know what? I'm going to put it onto my to-do list. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I've got a list of trips that I want to do. So, the Hellish Weekend 2026 in York. Yeah. Well, I want to do a little trip to Rotterdam. It'll be a short one if I do. But we'll get a burger, ride the trams, maybe do something else. I mean, really, if I need to do a tram trip, the easiest thing is Sheffield. It's not far away. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to do something about that, aren't I? Does Nottingham have any trams? I don't think it does. There used to be more trams in the UK, but council made bizarre decision to remove them for some reason. Yeah, they did. And Checkzo Kid says yes. Anyway, there we are. Imagine being married to Hellish, and at dinner you ask him, "What did you do today?" He said, "Oh, not much. I just went to Rotterdam to ride a tram and have some burgers." Yeah, you know, it's crazy the things that I have done. Sometimes we're on a bit of a tangent. Yeah, there's a tangent. Well, here we go. It's tangent time. Where's my button? There it is. So, I have done a trip to Belgium to go to a LAN party. That's the only reason I went. I'd never been before. The only bit of Belgium I saw was the train station, the snooker hall between the LAN party and the train station, and then the village building hall thing, school thing that we were staying in, and then back again. Yeah. DJ says, well, I went to the UK just to go to a LAN. That's true, DJ, but the LAN was here at Hellish HQ, which was pretty cool. I do want to do another LAN, okay, but the LAN would be too big to do in my house now. So, and it would be too small to go to any major venue. So what we need is like a local place, like a village hall or something that's got good enough internet. Yeah. Yeah. Wizard Brandon says, I usually visit Egg when they go into the UK. Yes, so there's some people that travel and then visit each other on the way, yeah. A holiday house. Gerard. You'd have to have really good internet though, wouldn't it, Gerard? Yeah. For a smallish LAN, try and find a school. Yeah, the thing is, okay, there's a bit more background here. I used to host LAN parties, like, properly. We had a cool venue, we did LANs. They were small to medium, so we had usually between 15 and 35 people at each LAN. And at one of the LANs, we had, like, 3 VR setups and the main thing and other stuff. And it was brilliant. And it was brilliant because we had a venue who would let us use spare office space and their business internet. So we had all the space we needed. We had access to desks, tables, and chairs, a proper power network. We had our own network, but then that was connected to a decent internet. Now, the problem here in the UK is that every venue either is small and cheap but has terrible internet, or is big with brilliant internet and an extremely expensive price. There is no middle ground that I have managed to find. And then we did a lot of research trying to... And after COVID, that venue that we used to use no longer served what we wanted. So we tried to find new venues, tried, couldn't find new venues in the local area. Essentially, I gave up and said I'll just do private little LANs at my house from now on. But it would be nice to do something somewhere. So if anybody's got any thoughts, ideas, let me know. You're going to have to know your stuff about it, though, because I'll quiz you on it. I'll be like, it needs this, it needs this, it needs this. Anyway. Interesting. Sounds like a business venture to start up. No. But we should ride the trams in Nottingham. DG Egg, please drop some info or an idea into the Hellish Weekend chat. Yeah. Yeah. So what I've been doing recently for the LAN itch is I've been visiting LAN parties. The last one was LAN Ops. I did live streams from it. So if you go to the Variety channel, that's my second channel. There's a link at the bottom of my website to it, and you can, if on there, you can find the LAN streams. Yeah. So I did a LAN at my house as a kind of like last LAN at my house sort of celebration thing, and it was also for my birthday celebrations as well. And then now I'm just visiting LANs. But if we can find a venue as a Hellish community to do, then I would consider doing it. But it has to be cheap, and it has to have good internet, and it has to have access to tables, chairs, toilets, power, network, internet. Okay, I have my own network equipment, but yeah. Anyway, I think that's that conversation. Let's get back to trains. So I've put all the stations in. Let's get a few trams going. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I want to get a tram to go down this route, all the way down the route, and then all the way back up the route. But then before it goes all the way back up, actually no, all the way back up. Then after that, no, go away. No, go away. Ooh. Was that maglev? I clicked no so quick because I usually don't do them. Anyway, we're going to use this this piece of road track to go and join up with this one. We're going to go all the way down it. Where's the labels? I want the station labels back, please. There we are. So then we're going to go here, there, and back up. And then we'll visit these two stations. Oh no, wait, hang on a minute. No, get that last one off the orders. We'll visit one of these stations one more time before we come onto this line here. So we'll come all the way down. And all the way back up. There we go. And then we'll come down again a bit. Where's the bit to go out? And then we'll go out, and we need to go all the way back up these ones. Ah! My goodness, there's so many stations. And then we start the whole thing again. Right. Wow, that is probably the longest order list I've ever done. Right? So if you didn't quite catch that, what I've done is the following. The trams go down this line and back up again. They then come off the line, nip round, and get onto this one. They then go down the line and back up again. Then they come and nip off and get onto this one. They come down the line, back up again, down it a bit more, and then they come across to this one and go down the line one more time. Surprisingly, only one numbered station. I know, right? Make sure to do shared orders. Definitely. If you ever make any changes on these, you need shared orders. Right then. Okie where is it? Here's the tram. So we're going to have... How many trams are we going to need for this? I would say, because trams move faster than standard road vehicles, I think. Let's get 25. Oh, we forgot an unbunch order. So, I want to put an unbunch order in around here. So, let's get rid of whatever that building is and add an extra depot. And at the very end, before going between that one and that one, nip to the depot and unbunch. Go. And they're on their way. West, East, Woods, Transfer, Exchange, Halt, Heights. Which one do you mean? My brain is not braining. I know, right? Imagine what it's like for me hosting this as well as playing it. So, the Z1 is monorail. Okay. Fair enough. Yes, a lot of stations. Okay, so they need to space out. There's a lot of stations there, but that's cool. Let's go and have a look to see how our trains are getting on. So we've got this little loop here. We've got a number of... Oh no, that's the wrong station to choose. Let's choose this station. There we go. We've got 4 trains going round on this. And last period they made 219,000. So whilst they're not big profit makers, they are making some profit. Also, this station has a lot of passengers at it. This station does not. Okay, so it's only one. Yeah. Don't trams respect the non-stop because they are through stations, then half the others could have been implicits. That's true. That's true. But I wanted to be specific with my orders. So that one's going quite nicely. Let's see how our road vehicles are doing over here. So these should be nicely spread out now. So we've got road vehicles visiting these particular stations here. You see these 3 road vehicles? They're nearly all in exact unison. So we've got a couple there. We've got a couple there. Looks like the unbunching needs to have a little bit more of a workout, but then they're coming back. And then we should have vehicles going round in a loop. And then we should have also vehicles doing the same over here, doing journeys back and forth over these bridges. It'd be nice. Can we get that on the map and just look a little closer at it? No, we can't really look much closer than that. You can almost see it. I know you guys can't. Look at this. So you can kind of see that the 3 stations either side, and then the kind of loop in the middle, and then the connections between the 2. Right then. We've done trains. We've done road vehicles. We've done trams. Now it's time for a break. No, I'm kidding. We're going to see. Are we going to do water or air next? We're going to spin the wheel and we're going to find out. Right then, water. I deliberately didn't look at that until the last moment. Ah, 2 says water. How long have we got left on the potential goal? Let's have a look. Right, so the goal ends in 46 minutes. If you want me to reveal my next big video, what it is to you guys, then we need 4 more super chats of teal or above in the next 46 minutes. But that's up to you guys. You don't have to. But if you want to. In any case, your support is appreciated. Right then. Water. Now, I really like the look of this town for the water. Okay. I don't think it's cheating that a lot of the town is covered by water, because we'll still do a lot of water in the town as well. I just think it makes it interesting because we've got this kind of inlet and we've got sticky outy bits and roundy bits and go through. Okay, so let's do a tiny little bit of kind of plan thinking, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so looking at this, I like this inlet here. I think that could feature. We've obviously got to go around here at some point. And probably around there at some point, okay? Which means I think we've got a good opportunity for like a station in this area, maybe a station in this area, and one over here too. How do you make ships profitable even? It's not actually that bad. You just need to make sure that A, your ships don't really go too far, B, your ship don't go really short, and C, your ships aren't sat around loading for very long. Ships tend to have large capacities, okay? So if you've got a small farm or something and you're trying to move grain, I mean, that's probably a bad example, but if you've got something that doesn't produce much and you're trying to move it, your ship's going to spend a lot of time sat there loading, and that's not great. Do you want to move passengers or other kind of cargo? I mean, in this particular instance, we're going to be doing passengers, okay? Now then, what we could probably do is come a little bit further down the coast and do another one. Maybe something else over here. So then what I'm thinking is that we go around the back of the train stations here with some sort of waterway, okay? And then, and I have no idea how we're going to do this, we go over the railway line and then somehow through the city to connect up to the other side of the water over here. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different sections on the outside of the city. And what I would like to do, if the city would let me, is do a little bit of digging here, maybe, and potentially get another station in the middle. Impossible, says K Shizzle. I don't know. I don't know. Local authority refused to allow it. I know. It's gonna happen, isn't it? They're gonna hate me. But we're gonna give it a go. Alright? We're gonna give it a go. I think that's a good plan. I think that's a good plan. They're spread out. Water tunnels when? I know, right? It's like, I used to say that the one feature that I like, realistic feature, there's loads of features that I think would be unrealistic. Like they're either too big, too silly, too complicated, or far beyond the scope of kind of what the scope of, I think, OpenTTD should be to try and stay somewhat true to the original game. But the one thing I used to say was diagonal canals, and they're coming in version 15. So, like, my easy answer to the question, what would you like to see added to the game, used to be diagonal canals, but now they're adding it. So, WeJW says Manchester, Nottingham? Question mark. I think we were talking about trams previously. Yeah, Manchester and Sheffield definitely have trams. Chat says Nottingham has trams, but I can't remember myself, so I can neither confirm or deny that. But we are going to Nottingham in September, and if you want to know more about that trip, get in contact with myself through Discord, and I can give you some more info. Let's have a go at this. So let's put in the easy stations to begin with, and then we'll see how things go. So there's a bit of sloping land here. We'll pop our first dock there. And then we'll go round here and we can pop our other dock at the back. This is probably a relatively good place for a dock as well. And then somewhere over here would be good. They don't need this bridge. That can't be a dock, but it can be if I do that. And then I think between the docks we will have the ship depots. There we go. Now, we're going to come up. So we'll use a lock here and a bit of canal. Yeah, you can make aqueducts. So the idea that I had was I was going to put aqueducts down the middle of the city and come out over here. So let's try and do that first. I think if we remove this bit of road, just purchase it so the town doesn't go crazy, and build one massive great big aqueduct, how much is that going to cost? Is it going to work how I want it to? Land is sloped. Alright, so the land already has to be risen up. That could be difficult. Okay, let's see what we can do about this. So land up. Oh, I don't like this. Land up. Okay. Okay, so it wants to go to there where the monorail is. Now this monorail comes up here, which works nicely for this bridge. But there's no real reason for it to, right? So if we keep this down, we're going to need to modify the monorail. So let's just cut off the inlines. And we'll also get rid of this outline to here. And then we'll level that bit down to there. Do I leave the bridge? Yeah, I can double bridge that. Or it can just be one long bridge. It doesn't need to be... Because it's an outline on a station, it can be just one big long bridge anyway. There we go. Reconnect that back up. Get the signals back in. Okay, that's fine. Now let's try that aqueduct again. Must demolish bridge first. Oh, the bridge is in the way. So we're going to have to come down and back up again with that bridge. Which is fine. I don't mind too much. It's just going down and back up, but it's not too bad. There we go. Right, let's try again. So there we go. Our aqueduct is in. It means that we have to go up again with another lock, though. So let's just make this little nice and neat. Looking at where we're coming out here, I think it'd be nice if we were able to just... What do you mean flatline required? Come on, let's get a lock in there. Yeah, I'm kind of regretting where this lock is now. Let's get rid of that. I want to move it across one, just so it's nice and straight. I know rivers aren't straight, but this is a canal. So it's allowed to be straight. There we go. So we go up again, and then we've got this that comes over all of the railway. Then we're going to need another couple, or just one big one that goes across the centre of town. But then we've got this high bit here, so we're going to have... Oh, God. I don't know. Okay, let's just go from there to there for a start. If I delete this, can I then put it in? Oh, no. Alright, delete those two buildings. Now can I put it in? Yes, I can. I mean, really, that could have been one long one. Oh, we were going to stop in the middle, weren't we? What's the longest boat bridge actually built? Don't know, actually. No idea. We're going to stop in the middle, around this area. Okay, we'll see about that. So then I think what we'll do is we'll see how much road we can get. Oh, we can take all of that road out? Okay, so we just canal that. Okay, so there's the basic version in. This will work. But I want to go down over here and let us have a portion of area where we can have water. So I think we're going to have to leave this road in. So I'm going to have to blow up the whole viaduct, aren't I? Okay, it looks like I blew up a piece of road under the viaduct. Right, let's just buy those bits of land so we don't have problem in the future. So yes, we want to leave this piece of road. So to come down, I need to remove these 6 squares. Yeah, they hate me for that. Yeah, we're actually using boats, yeah. So, the town authority currently dislike me quite a lot. But that's not too much of a problem. Okay. How are we doing for station labels? Yeah, what would be nice is if you could toggle station labels depending on transport type. Time for bribery? Well, not quite time for bribery yet. What we're going to do is we've got one more city conversion to do. So we're going to go and do that and then come back again. Right? Sorry about destroying half your houses. Can I interest you in some trees? Now, from my understanding, trees only work within a certain radius of the town centre. So you can't... There's like... This is all city. You can't plant trees here. And it's... So you have to go all the way over here, and this is nowhere near the town. So it doesn't work. And you have to... Right, so we're going to come back. Right. So that's our water town. This is our road town. This is our rail town. I mean, oh, yep, there's a train. Where is our tram town? Tram town's over here. How are the trams doing? Okay, so they seem to be going up and down there. Oh, okay, so they seem to be spacing themselves out not too bad. Oh. Okay, so there's quite a lot of unbunching that needs to happen there. So there we go. Let's now go and do... Oh, yes, of course. The very first city that we worked with. Fenningbury. Let's do some aircraft stuff here. Now, I don't... I don't know which airports are going to count as what. Let's use the biggest large airport, I think. You know what? No. We're going to put... Hang on, I'm thinking. Hang on. Yeah, I'm going to put a metropolitan airport at each end to begin with. You heading off to bed? Good night? Alright, good night. Remember, folks, this live stream will have a highlights video if you miss some or all of it. So you can either go and watch the VOD to see all of the stream, or you can wait until that video comes out and then jobs are good. No, we're not going to do a small airport because you'll get vehicles crashing. So we're going to go and put in... We're going to take these roads out here. And put one airport in there. Then we're going to go to the other side of the city. And put an airport in there. And I think we could probably get away with putting an airport in down here as well. There we go. You know what? Let's go crazy. Let's put another airport in here. So we've got an airport in each quadrant of the city on the outside. Now, can we get some helicopter airports in the city? Now, I don't think we're going to get heli stations in. They're too big. But we could potentially get some heli depots in. Is it worth heli depots, though? I don't think it is worth heli depots. No, we want heliports. Yeah. You need the heliports you'll watch live. Definitely, yeah. On those rare times I get to tune in for a stream. I want to play OpenTTD. Yes. Now, I don't know how many of these we're going to get in. But let's give it a go. Let's do... Like, let's try and get 4 in towards the middle. So if I take that building out, that's one there. And if I take this building out... Yeah... So we can't have another one next to Fenimbury. But if we put one over here... That counts for Haffingly. So that one's got 2. That one seems to think it's got 2. Then presumably we could have another one over this side of the city, and that counts as Laughing Bridge? Yeah. It's too bad there's not another town down here. Maybe we could get one in, like, there? No. I think, realistically, that's the best we're going to do. In which case, let's move this. We'll put it more central. There we go. So we've got one in the centre. We've got one off to the side there. One off that side. So we've got 3 heliports in the middle-ish. Is demolishing a house and planting trees in its place positive for the local authority? No. I don't think so. I think the negative for the house is more than that. Fund a new town? I don't think we've got that enabled for this series. Sorry. Towns. Town directory, no. What's this? Substitute, no. But that's fine. That's fine. We've got 3. We've got 3 heliports in the city. So we need the helicopters. Which is the best one? We've got 55 passengers and 40 passengers. That one goes 514 kilometers an hour. That's quite big. Yeah. You remember once, though, that planting and destroying trees was a trick to gain favour. It is still a trick to gain favour if you can do. Right then. So with this aircraft, we're going to do a similar order trick. So I think what we'll do first is we'll visit each of the big airports in like a circle. And then we'll go from the outer airport to the inner airport. And then back to one of the outers. But then to one of the inners. Back to one of the outer airports and then in. And then that'll loop back and come here. And then before we do that, we're going to go to the hangar and unbunch. Okay. So if I've got that right, it's going to go a little bit something like this. We're going to go from here to there, to there, to there, to here. Then into the middle, out to that one, down to here. Over to, I think, this one, out there. And then, I think it was here to there and back again, or something like that. What does unbunch mean? Unbunch means it spreads the vehicles out along the route. So multiple vehicles using the same bunch of shared orders, going along the same route, it will spread them out. If you want to know more about unbunching, it was featured in the version 14 update. So on my channel, on my YouTube channel, I've got a playlist called Spotlights, and in there I look at certain things in OpenTTD. So sometimes we look at a feature, we myth bust. Sometimes we look at different mods, and sometimes we look at the updates. So the version 14 update, I looked at the Unbunched feature. Keep an eye out, folks. Version 15 update can't be too far around the corner. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you get subscribed for that. Speaking of subscribers, thank you very much. All 28,953 of you. Close to 29, which is actually quite close to 30, isn't it, eh? We're going to have some sort of mini celebration when we get to 30,000 subscribers. So if you're watching now, you enjoy OpenTTD, you enjoy retro games, you enjoy my content, any of those things, if you like trains, if you like simulation games, if you like retro games, any of that stuff, definitely get subscribed. Unlike that person who just unsubscribed. Up and down, doesn't it, eh? Let's see if we can get this counter to jump up. Let's see if we can get... How close can we get to 29,000 tonight? We've got, what is it? 56 to go. I don't think there's 56 of you now watching who are not subscribed, but let's see how close we can get there. Right, so we've done the orders. Let's now clone that. Now I'm going to clone that aircraft with holding control so we get shared orders. How many should we get doing this loop? Well, that's 9. Let's go for about 30-ish of them. Yeah. Mighty Joe says, I am subscribed, and so you should be. Right, there we go. Helicopters are heading out. And keep an eye on that one for a minute while I have a quick drink. There we go. Also, it just takes off from the middle of nowhere, pretty much. Fair enough. So it's going to do a circuit around the larger airports first, and then it's going to go backwards and forwards between the heliports as well. The Hellish copters. Hellish copters, yeah. I like that. Okie dokie. Yeah, it's coming into the other airport. Something just caught my eye. I was like, oh my goodness, what's that? And then I realised what it was, so it's fine. Right. While those helicopters are getting going and unbunching, let's head back to our water city and see what we can do about the things that we need to here. Are we also going to send planes to these airports? If so, get hub airports with dedicated helipad landing spots. It might be worth it. Maybe for one of them? Are we doing any passenger airport services? I think we're not. I think this is the first one, yeah. Oh no, what? Hellish copters. I'm not sure if that's a great t-shirt idea. I mean, to be honest, I don't know how much of a brilliant idea this t-shirt idea was. The evil fish one, right? But it was fun and funny, and I wanted to do it, so I commissioned some art, and here we are. I just sit cross-legged in there. Yeah. So, yeah, if you want to take a look at that tee along with the other ones, head out to the T store, t.store masterhellish.net. There we go. Right. So what we're trying to do is blow up enough stuff to get the viaduct to come down. So we need to blow up all 6 of these, which I will purchase right away. Then we need to go up. And then we can connect the viaduct. There we go. And then we need to come down here. So we need to blow up all 6 of these. There we go. Now, I'm not 100% sure if we can go straight into... Let's see, can we go straight into a lock, into a viaduct? It says must demolish building. Or must demolish bridge first. So the answer is no. Okay, so we actually need to remove a few more buildings. Bring that up for a square. This is crazy. Alright, here we go. Oh, right, okay, so we can have a lock there, but then we're going to crash into that one. So we're going to need more space. Which means we need to move this back. So we're going to have to go down here. Is that already up? Oh my goodness, hang on a second, hang on a second. Huh! Let's purchase all that land. Yeah, that's canal. Okay, so if we go from canal to canal and then a lock here, that can be a canal. We don't need to... Oh god, we got rid of a load of land we didn't need to. And then we just need to get rid of this house. And then we can put our thing in the middle of the city. So we've actually got a bit of land that goes up, which our lock does. We've got a little gap in the city there. I guess here, this road, we actually... Well, that can just be normal road. Because we don't need to. The vehicles can get under there. This whole section of the city is cut off. So maybe they should have a tunnel. I feel bad. Oh, now they even won't let me remove the roads. Yeah. Would you consider playing without city authority restrictions? Maybe. I mean, the thing is that there's a lot of questions that come up like this. Like, would you consider playing without city authority restrictions? What about playing without breakdowns turned on? And etc, etc, etc. And if you keep changing all of these settings, you eventually get into one of two scenarios. You either come into a creative-like environment where the challenge is not really what can you do, how can you play the game to kind of beat it, play it, and do it in a creative way. It becomes more of just what can you make? What can you think of? You know, how creative can you be in thought rather than the application of beating it? You end up in sandbox. But the other way is that it then just ends up being like complete easy mode, and it takes away a lot of the challenge. For me, I like to try and figure out how to get around these things. So instead of removing the local authority restrictions, how can I deal with them? Do I work on another project and then come back? Do I, bribe them? Do I use trees? So, yeah, I mean, in the amount of time we've been talking about it... Oh, no. Well, okay, they still hate me. But, yeah. By the end, you're a multi-billionaire already. It's sandbox anyway. Well, no. When it comes to money, eventually it becomes sandbox. You can even change that a little bit by, making it more difficult, adding inflation, infrastructure maintenance. We did that in Season 10, and at some points I actually found it quite difficult to handle the money. But I would argue that it's only sandbox on the money side of the things. But we'll see. Have you ever thought about opening the local authority restrictions for a challenge? Yes. Yes, for like a viewer's game or something. Right, how are the trams doing down here? Yeah, there are no trams down this section of track. This is not what I envisaged. This section's quite busy with trams. And this section's quite busy with trams. But this section is not. Are they unbunching? Okay, they're not unbunching yet. We need to give them more time to unbunch. Okay, fair enough. How are our inside city trains doing? Right, I think we might need more of these trains. They are making okay money. Let's get a few more of these. So if we can have one train at each one plus one train in between, that would be 8 trains in this particular part of the network. And at the moment, there are 4 trains. Okay. So let's clone that so that there are 8. No, not 9. I want 9. Let's get rid of that. 8 trains on that. Let's go down over to here. Oh yeah, these road vehicles are really nicely spaced out now. Oh, and how's that? Yep, there we go. There's our station inside the industry. One of the few industries in OpenTTD that you can actually put a railway line or road through. And we've done it twice. We've got a road through it in that one. And then down here, we put a railway line through one of them. Yeah. Is that city shaped like a whale on purpose? Or is it completely random? It's random, yeah. One of the challenging things with FIRS is that it is deliveries. You can configure how much cargo it can produce. Yes. Yes, that can be in different ways. Different challenges. Can we get this house deleted? We can! Which means we can get that. Oh no, there's a house on the other side. Oh, they're letting us do that as well. Nice, okay. So now we can do waterways construction here. Then connect that there. And there you go. So we've got a lock, a set of locks that brings us onto the land. Then we go over this hill. We've got an area we're going to work with. And then we've got this viaduct that gets us out the back of the city and round. So why are we going down? Ah, right. Now, I think Brandon missed something here. He says, what? So why are we going down and then back up? Because I want to put a station in. We're going to delete all of these. And we're going to put a station in. When the town lets me. Like that. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yes, I want to remove my land claim on these bits of land now. I don't need them. Where are my land claims? So hard to see in the city. That viaduct going through the middle of the city though, that is pretty cool. So we've got a few buildings. Oh, yeah. What we'll do is we'll get rid of these bits of road and these buildings. We'll need to do a little bit of land going up so that we can attach the dock to it. But we'll figure that out soon. Yeah. I think you raised a bit of land and to put the dock in. Yes, we do need that. We do need to raise the bit of land. I haven't done it yet. We're going to. So we'll get there. We'll get there. Don't worry. Yeah, I mean, the whole idea, right, of tonight and doing a different transport method inside each of the cities was twofold. Firstly, I don't normally do I don't do much inside city transport, so this is a bit different to do that. Secondly, doing each of the transport types shows and showcases different things we can do. And there's a few things that I've never done before. I don't think I've ever put a viaduct through a city before, but we've done it. I don't think I've put a large number of heliports in a city before, but we've got 3 in this city and some airports all the way around the edge. Use the lower elevation for the dock. Lower elevation. Where are we looking? Over here. Oh, over here. Oh, maybe. I didn't see that. Did you mean, like, this bit? Because if I just get rid of those 3... Yeah, we could potentially get a dock in there. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We only got 9 likes on the live stream? That's... No. There's not 9 likes on the live stream. I think you're seeing the wrong number. But, you are right. If you are enjoying the stream, do go and like it. It does help me out. There's your little reminder. And also, like I said before, if you're not already subscribed, do follow along for more. Yeah, and also, let's have a look. See how that sub count's going. So we were at 9. Oh, yeah, we've gone up. We've gone up another 2. So thank you very much, everybody, for following along. Yeah, I think that's a good place for a dock. I do. And we could actually... we'll see. Right, can I delete this now? Yes, I can. Oh, what do you mean it's already flat? I don't care if it's flat or not. Like, this is where I wanted my dock. There. Oh, good. Right now, I don't want all of that canal. And this is a perfect place for a ship deck. Oh, look at that. I like that. That's nice. That's a nice little dock there. Now, I've got to go all the way around. So let's start over here. New ships. Let's see. Now, because we're going on canals and stuff, we're going to have to be careful about the speed. Let's do, yeah, maximum speed. What's the fastest ones we have? So we've got the Ducket hovercraft. It goes 78 on the canal/river. And then we've got this one, 78, 63. Don't know. That's just 80. Yeah, I think this one's going to be 78. And also, part of it's on the ocean. So we're going to use lots of hovercraft on the canal. Should we go in one direction? Multiple directions? What do you think, folks? Yeah. Let's start by going... You know what? I think we should have another one over here. There we go. So we'll go down the canal to here. We'll go inland to that one. We'll come round. I think we should have another one over there. I think we were a bit sparse before. Must demolish bridge. Okay. I'm sure the town will rebuild. There we go. We'll go to the lakeside over here. Round to that one. Round to this one. And then back up and into here. There we go. Are there AIs for the cities too? That would accommodate for the players to build stations in this... I mean, there's lots of different AIs, and there's some AIs that are designed just to put traffic in the cities. So it depends. It depends which way you're looking at it. In your current save file, you got fed up with the ships. You terraformed the entire lake into a train station. Yes. Oh, these ships are terrible. But we've got a big open space that if we terraform, we can put a station in. That's how it works, isn't it? Hey, that's how it works. Okay, so we just got them going around one way. I think what we'll do is once they get here, we'll then send them back round the other way. There we go. We don't need that last order. But what we will do is we'll get them to unbunch. A lot of unbunching going on tonight. There we are. How many are we going to have? I think we're going to need... How many are we going to need? I think it's going to have to be at least a fleet of 30. 5. Yes! Oh, I think I'm going to regret that. Just the honking 100,000. Not quite that many. Not quite that many. Unbutch for ships. Does that make sense? It looks like it's going along the road. Oh no, no! The hovercraft aren't going along the road, and now it looks like they're just flying. It looks like they're just flying above the... I mean, if I do this, it makes it completely transparent. Yeah. So, I think unbunching for loops and in cities and things like that makes sense if it's ships and for road vehicles and stuff. It's a proper hovercraft, I know. I don't think unbunching is good for trains at all because it does too much negative to the throughput because of the depot speeds. Road vehicles don't have the big slowdowns in the same way. It doesn't cause you know, big pile-ups like it does on the rail network and on aircraft. Aircraft's going to the hangar. That throughput bottleneck is terrible. So for me, unbunching is only makes sense on ships and road vehicles, and it only makes sense when you're doing like little passenger loops and things. If you are doing like picking up wood at a forest to take to a sawmill, again, you just want a full load. Don't unbunch. Maybe if you're doing furs and you're dropping off at like engineering supplies, you could use unbunching for that as well. Right then. Yeah, experimental. What are the cargo distribution settings? We're using default for this series. Yeah, we're not doing cargo distribution. We did cargo distribution in Series 10. And what happened was, in places where we just did a really cool network with lots of places, things going to lots of different places, the cargo distribution just killed the profits. And the only reasonable way to deal with the cargo distribution problem was to have individual sets of lines that didn't interconnect, so that the distribution was broken up and you effectively sidestepped the cargo distribution altogether. In which case you may have the setting turned off. Full load is basically the same as unbunch when running for materials. Kind of. Yeah, hang on, where's it going? Oh, we got a problem in the orders. So we go... Oh, hang on. So we go lakeside, forest, landing stage again, forest again, lakeside again. What? Did I not close the loop? Or maybe I just missed a click. It's supposed to go to the docks. There we are, I fixed it. I fixed it. Yeah. It looks weird when different ships in the same lock can't agree on what the water level in the lock is. Yeah, like some of them are going up, some of them are going down. It's all over the place. Yeah, it can be a bit weird, that. I want to see them come back over this aqueduct and like fly in the city, like proper hovercrafting. So we're gonna have that soon, I think. Here we go. The hovercrafts are coming back. Now, there we go. Oh, we've just got another super chat. Let's check that out. Let's have a look here. What we got? Mako! With your €6. Your super chat. You say choo choo. Choo choo indeed. Thank you very much. Thanks for the support. A hovering hovercraft? What kind of hellish craft is this? I know, right? Oh, we've actually ended up with hovercrafts in front of the hovercrafts that we were following. Yeah. You wish this game had quests or something? Oh, you can kind of make your own quests. You could do it with scripts. You can actually do it with scripts. You could script some quests in. You could do it. No problem. Maybe we could do a hellish quest script. So that hovercraft is now hovering over the railway lines. Oh, it's broken down in midair above railway lines. Fantastic. That, I mean, how that doesn't just drop out of the sky onto trains, I have no idea. And now there's a whole line of hovercrafts hovering over the city. There we go. Don't subsidies kind of count as quests? Kind of, but they're a bit rubbish. There we are, just flying through the city, why not? Nice and easy. Okay, so that's that route done as well. So now we have done one of each of the 5 main transport types in 5 cities. Some of them still need to unbunch a bit more because they're quite complicated routes and so forth, but it looks like these trams are doing quite well. There's trams nicely spread out across these stations. And there's a few trams going up and down against these ones as well. And here too, so they're starting to unbunch. Maglev, no, not yet. So we've got rail in one, road, trams, water and air. Okay, we haven't got MacLeod yet. This doesn't come out yet. Okay. Right, folks, we're at the stage. I mean, I didn't know how long that was going to take. I thought that could take all stream. I didn't know if it was only going to take an hour or so. But what we'll do is I will take a quick break, you know, do some stretching and stuff. And what we'll do in that break, I want you to suggest in chat what you would like to see for the next part of the live stream, okay? So shout out in chat over the next few minutes while we have this Be Right Back. What little job, what little task, what little endeavour can we do in our beautiful Furs Hot Topic Country World thing here? And I'll see you in a few minutes. So thanks for watching. Hang around, let me know your thoughts, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Oh my goodness, everything's on fire right now. The fire is spreading. There's 3 fire engines, 4, 5. There's been a crash. Hopefully they can contain the blaze. I don't know how many fire... Oh, they're all over the place. You know what? The response times was quite good. We're going to enjoy this. We're going to go... Oh, we're stopping. We're stopping. I don't know what that was for. We nearly smashed that car to pieces. But here we go. Under the railway station. And can you build a tram in the tunnel? I don't know about build a tram in the tunnel. What do you mean by build a tram in the tunnel? No! No! Oh no! We lost our no. I can't pick it back up. Well, bye bye nose cone. Oh damn! I'm pretty sure it's only essential for takeoff anyway. Uh-oh, there's a lake and I have to get across it. Oh, I've got that new ability. Where is it? There we are. We will just levitate across the lake. Got that last level, I think.
Levitate, yeah, it's pretty handy.
Oops, there we go. Brandon's been shot. Another Timberwolf has died. Oh my goodness, this isn't going well. Another Timberwolf has died. It's the Scythers. Oh, they're really mincing the wolves. This is not good. Okay, now help out. Shoot the Scythers. Brandon's dead! Everybody, Brandon has died. This is not good. Not good. Oh, there's another one up there. But here we go as those cars come now. Badger Goat is up. Restreambot goes further and higher. Master Hellish into the band. Oh my goodness, they're all crashing into the crowds. Oh, this is terrible. That is. Oh, Brandon nearly makes it over. Brandon goes over the top. Brandon has gone over the top and is driving on the roof now, and then goes down and lands on the people in the lower parts of the stadium. This is. I have. Oh, this might be genius. Oh. I mean, it won't be, but you know.
Could be.
Yeah, that's why I said might be genius. I've never done this before, so let's see how it works. Canal. So the farm is staying as is, the railway station, everything's staying as is apart from the... I just tried to fly with chicken. Oh, somebody clip that. Right. Oh my goodness, there's a problem. Oh no, all the water sloshed back. Oh, this road vehicle's gone. There's the first person cam of this road vehicle. It's underwater. Oh, the helicopter's coming as well. What's that helicopter going to try and do? Is it just taking off because the whole fire department... Oh my goodness, all the vehicles are getting flooded onto the roundabout as well. I thought we'd had enough of this. I think it'll be fine though, right? It's going to be okay. Oh my goodness, it's rolling through the city. I thought it would just wash away. Oh, it's heading towards this area as well. I mean, it's only a little bit of localised flooding, right? I mean, look, the train's fine. Right. So we're going to do a relatively interesting landing. It's one where we're going 1,000 metres per second and then we pull up. And the wings fall off. Well, I wasn't expecting the wings to fall off. That is interesting. Well, at least we're over the Space Centre, right? I just went straight... Right then, folks, I am back, and it looks like chat has decided what we're doing. So, people think that the alcohol line that we made, a good number of episodes ago, it needs to be a bi-directional route. And you know what? That's actually a really good idea. I just don't know if it can be done. So let's have a look. If it can be, we will. Now, we've got a few more people here than at the beginning of the stream. So quickly, before we jump into that, a couple of pieces of exciting and interesting news, okay? So, the next video that I've got coming out, that's on Saturday. It's about conditional orders in OpenTTD. So if you don't use conditional orders, get a good eye out for that one. Or even if you do, there's some good tips in there too. So have a look at that video. It's coming out on Saturday. Keep an eye out. And then next week, we've got a video called Itsy Beatsy Teeny Weeny Tiny Park Thrill Machine. So you have to guess what series that's for. The monthly giveaway is going on at the moment for City Skylines 2. That's appropriate because you can see my trains only City Skylines Let's Play on the channel. And yeah, go and check out the playlist for that. And of course, you can enter the giveaway at portal.masterhellish.net. And we've got the triple OpenTTD charity live stream on the 14th of June. The biggest day of OpenTTD of the year as far as I'm concerned. Absolutely fantastic event. And just another reminder, do like the stream if you're enjoying it, subscribe if you're not already, and perhaps maybe you could become Viewer Plus. You could do a YouTube membership, you could do a Twitch sub, or you could do Viewer Plus, just like Botrick did. Thank you very much, all 92 Viewer Plus subscribers. Now, some OpenTTD. Right, let's have a look then. So, for those of you who are unaware, the alcohol line goes from the very top of the world to pretty much the very bottom. So let's just quickly note that on here. So the station is up here. The other station is down there. Now this line along here, these are all the farms that feed in to that station. Okay, and then we've got this line that comes along here, it goes along there, down here, and that connects our two stations. Now, we don't need to, redo this line. That line's fine. You can go up and down anyway. What chat's saying is, somewhere... Oh, wrong button. Somewhere in that top region, okay, we want to find a brewery, link it into the line, and then get some farms hooked in. So let's have a look at the industries. It might not be practical to do at all. So in this area...
This content is supported by Viewer Plus. With Viewer Plus, you're directly fueling the passion and projects of Master Hellish. Be rewarded with game server access, Viewer Plus Discord channels, double Hellish points, exclusive videos, and more. With various plans to choose from, directly fuel the furnace for more thrilling entertainment. If you enjoy Master Hellish content, consider supporting today.
Sorry about that, folks. You got an extra advert for Viewer Plus there, but it is an important way to support me. I'll say this now. Without Viewer Plus, I would not have been able to consider trying the transition from hobby to full-time. Yeah, I did. I accidentally mid-rolled myself. Mid-sentence. Yeah. Let's get back to the game. So somewhere up here we've got a load of industries. What we need to do is look for breweries. There are some breweries, but they're all quite close to some cities. Okay. And we also then need to look for the farms. I think it's farms and fruit. Let's have it. What's the industry chain? For alcohol. Okay, so the brewery needs fruit and maize. So it's coffee estate, farm, and fruit plantation. But we've done a lot of the coffee estate and farms. So coffee estates. There's one not too far away. There's a few in the area. Okay, and then we lost it. Try again. It was farm and fruit plantation. Yeah, okay, the 2 Fs. Farm. Okay, there's a few farms in the area. That could work. And fruit plantation. Not many fruit plantations, but we need at least one. Right, okay. So what I think we'll do is we will use... okay, let's zoom in a little. Ugh. We will use one of these 2 breweries. Okay. Either this brewery or this brewery. And we will get all of these local things brought in. So there's one here, one here, one there, one here. I guess these coffee ones as well. In the area. Probably this one. Okay, so we'll bring all of those in. That arrow's the wrong way around. There we go. And I think we could probably use water, because there's a lot of waterways around here, and it's on the water's edge. But then the alcohol that comes out of that will have to ship across the water to wrong button, over here, so that the trains can pick it up on the way back. Yeah, we could look at doing some supplies. We'll definitely need some sort of supplies. Then, so that works. We've basically got a big area that we haven't got any infrastructure in yet, where there's a brewery in the middle, some bits around the outside, and plenty of water. So that, for me, that's a big tick, a big fat tick. That's a weird tick, but it's a tick. And then down the bottom, what we need is somewhere to deliver it to. So is there another hotel around here? Oh, there's loads of hotels. Yeah, there's a hotel here. So we could drop off at this hotel before coming back round here to pick up. So what we could do is we could come out of this tunnel into a big drop-off station around this city and back in. Funda Hotel? Could do. Buy the brewery to the south. I don't see the point in funding one. I mean, there's one here, but it's on the wrong side of the line. This one's really close. Okay. So that's fine. Okay, so we've got an idea of what we're going to do. Let's start working on it. I don't know if we're going to get this finished today, but we'll certainly give it a go. We'll certainly give it a try. Just need to check something. Yeah, that looks okay to me. Right. You can have the train unload and unload at the same station. I'm not sure if that works for bi-directional routes. I would have to double check. I think there's a reason why we don't do that. Does the town not accept alcohol, or does it need a hotel? I mean, alcohol can go to other places as well. If you look at the industry chains and select alcohol, it does go to a general store. DJX says it doesn't work. Yeah, I don't think you can, like, drop off and pick up at the same station. It depends. Yeah, you can set timetable times for stations only. It works decently well. Timetable times. I don't know why you would use timetables. Yeah, we could have a look for a general store. That's something that I did forget to do. General store. Where is it in the list? There it is. So down here, we'd be looking somewhere for a general store. Yeah, there's a general store in the same town. In pretty much the same place. So let's do that first. Okay. So what we'll be doing is we'll be giving the trains the option to come out here. Okay. And then part of this will be a station to drop off. Drop off station will be, what will we be dropping off? Booze. Let's use oil facilities. Water pumping station. What did we use down here? No, we want water pumping station. Oh, that. Wow. No, I definitely need a water pumping station instead. Train in the way. Oh, fine. Whatever. So let's do. What? I thought you could build railway stations on top of track. Maybe it's because it's a different sort of station. There we go, water pumping station. Now that is too far away. Okay, but we'll just spread it slightly. Okay, we'll put an office in. We'll make the alcohol office. Oh yes. Is it a fixture? It's a facility. Right, we need the alcohol office. Moderators, could one of you, and one of you, I stress one of you, add the alcohol office to the Hellish Point store? And I think for the alcohol office, we're going to have to go for this one. Some little modern warehouse there. And it accepts alcohol. We'll put it just outside of town. There. And oh, the door opened. And that means this station now accepts alcohol. Right, then here we will have an entrance into the different platforms. Okay, and then we'll come out. Because it's a row station, we will need signals on like this. And then we'll do a diagonal coming out. And then we'll make this diagonal like 5-ish long. And then just come and join back up to where it was. There we go. So at the moment, trains could go down here, but they've got no reason to. And we'll change their orders once we've sorted things at both ends. There's a mute button on my touch portal for that exact reason. Bidirectional. Yes, we're doing a bidirectional alcohol line. We've already done one direction. We're doing the other. You know what? It just occurred to me. Not everybody knows what a bidirectional line is. So let's just explain that. What you do is you have an industry that produces something. Okay, a producer. Okay? And then on the other side of the world, you have another industry which produces the same thing. Then, somewhere near that producer, you have a recipient. Okay, something that accepts it. Okay, so an accepting industry. Yeah? And then you have an accepting industry on this side. So you have a producer and an acceptor on each side. And then what you do is you get a train, you get it to pick up at the producer, take it across the world to the acceptor. Okay. Then you do a relatively short journey to that producer, pick up, and do a long journey across the world to the other acceptor again. Doing a short journey between the acceptor and producer. Now, your trains are empty between the acceptor and the producer, but on these two longer lines, the train is full in both directions. That's why it's a bi-directional route. The train is mostly full for most of the journey in the two directions. Now, this could very easily be a tri-directional route. You just do the same thing again. Another producer, another acceptor, and you just, instead of going between the two, you just go this way instead. Hop, hop, there. You don't do this bit. I mean, once you've done bi-directional, there's not really much point in doing tri-directional. But bi-directional routes are actually good, profitable things to do. If you can do bi-directional goods on a standard OpenTTD game, where you have a factory and a sawmill producing at one point, you take it across the world diagonally to a city, drop it off, and then another factory and sawmill where you pick up and go across the world where you drop it off another city. That is a really, really powerful way to make a lot of money. Goods, really high money. Across the world diagonally, really high money. Bi-directional, really high money. Yeah. In fact, I think somebody did... I think a few people did that in our Humans versus AI video. Yeah. It can be tricky because it takes a little while to get going. Yeah. Whole loop around the map. Yeah, maybe. I'd see you just raise the land up, do a big long line. Is there challenge in that? I'm not sure. Anyway, so what we've just done down here is we've added the accepting railway line, the accepting station, and then there's the short journey to the pickup for the producer. And then what we're going to do up here is then we've already got the accepting station. What we'll do is the short journey down here to the pickup, and then we'll take it all the way down. So somewhere around here we need to put a pickup station in. And I think here looks like a good spot. Yeah, let's work it backwards from here. Okay, so we're going to give it... Oh, I don't think it's going to fit. How long's that? 12. It's not going to fit. But it's not going to fit how it's currently placed anyway, and there's an industry in the way. And I don't want to blow up that river because it's not full of evil fish. This river's full of evil fish. We need to blow up a bit of that. There we are. Get rid of some evil... that cost us money. We should get money for that. They should pay us for that. Anyway. Yeah, trying to figure out where maybe we could get... Oh, actually... I've had an idea. I am going to do it like this. We're going to pull this bit back that way. So we don't need this. This line here can actually be part of our station. So then we've got 2. I want 6 platforms. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So let's go down here. Connect that up. And we need a signal on the exit of our platform. Because if we don't have a signal on the exit of our platform, it doesn't work. And what we'll do is we'll do it as a 4 platform thing and expand the other 2 after. Yeah, I did want... Right, what I was going to try and do is get bridges to come down into the station and do the splits on the other side. Which I could still do. It would just mean taking 1 square of the river out. Yeah. Is there a max tiles where goods are profitable? Like, does it matter if you go 1,000 tiles or 2,000 tiles? That's a challenging question to ask because it depends on your train length, it depends on your train speeds, and on the pulling power and acceleration. And also, like, generally longer is better because you're spending more time travelling, making money, and less time sat either end, slowing down, speeding up, and at a station. So yes. And going diagonal gives you like a 30+% boost anyway. Yeah, if I want to maintain this diagonal here and the train length of 10, we're going to have to slim the river down. I don't really want to move the river. Is there another option? Okay, let's have a think about this. Could we easily... Yeah. No, don't take one square out the river right away, because as the good fish will be taking one square away, I mean they'll turn into evil fish. Yeah, that is the big problem. Right. What if over here, instead of... Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. What if we come down under here, instead of going down, we come and bring a station in down there. Don't think there's enough room. It could work. Actually, because they're coming into a station and turning in, we could just turn straight into a station. Yeah. So you'd have your platforms over here. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 platform station. 6 by 10. Then we don't need this one. Yeah, I think that's better. I like that. And then we'll need our piece of track on the end. Now, there's not going to be enough room for all of these to merge together, is there? Oh, there is. If we merge them, like, towards the middle. So these ones merge that way, these ones merge this way. And then we can bridge over. And then merge back in. Oh, the industry's in the way. We're gonna need a kink. This other line won't be here. What if... Just trying to think of a potentially neater way of doing it. I don't like that industry. Okay. Yeah. Oh, no. Replanting trees. Yeah, trees. We can move the bridge to here, right? Moving the bridge to here doesn't really get as much. It brings us one more square out. Which I think we might then be alright with. Oh, wrong key. Let's see. So if we go down here, I think we can have a tunnel there. Yeah. Unable to excavate the land. I mean, I don't want to put a kink in, but we can do. Oh, right. Okay. Let's have a look at this. So if you go here, local authority, and zone, there is a local authority zone around there. I'm aware of the zone button, but I didn't know whether the zone button is to do with the trees, and whether it's to do with anything else. Be interesting to know more about this zone button. It shows the zone within the local authority boundaries. So I suppose it's anything to do with the local authority. If you alter a piece of land, if you plant a tree, it's local authority. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense, yeah. And then, like I was saying previously, like if you wanted to increase this local authority's opinion of you, well, if you look at their zone, it's just in the middle of the town there. Does it go, and it expands out only to the buildings. Okay. It's a bit difficult to see, but you can see it's all around here, and then the buildings, but then nothing else. So if you put trees outside there, it doesn't do it. They still hate you for destroying houses outside that zone. That's not true. Like, if I destroy this house, it doesn't appear to be part of the local authority of that local authority. This local authority will hate me, but that one won't. Anyway, how are we doing? Right. What was we doing? Oh yeah, we was trying to figure out a way to put this station in. Really, I want to keep it straight, but that industry is in the way. Try and think of a neat way of doing this without a kink. I think we can only really do it with a kink. Yeah, which is a shame. Diagonal tunnels will help. Oh, hang on a minute. What about if we use our diagonal technique? No, that's not going to work either. Oh, this is a head scratcher. Like I said, there's easy ways to solve this. I'm just choosing to try and think of a more complicated way. Yeah. What did the fish ever do to you? They're evil. I mean, it doesn't matter if they do something to me or not. They're evil. Are you able to move the station one over towards the lake? Yes. I can. That means we would have this instead of that, which means this one would be able to go there and the bridge would be able to move one over. That would work. So if I go onto remove mode, take that station out, add that one in, I think Fran the Man's just managed to get this one for us. Everybody say thank you to Fran the Man for saving my little brain. Thank you, Fran the Man. Because that means that everything can be moved over, and once this track's out the way, we can then tunnel here and it'll be fine. And then we can come out and link back onto the line. You thought it but didn't say it? Oh. Yeah. I always like people to take part, eh? WeW says coffee plantation too. Yeah, maybe it is, but I'm not paying any attention to that right now. Yeah, that's rubber. Anyway, so that's that station in. Okay. Now, which one have we got a full load order at? We've got a full load order down here, haven't we? So now we're ready down there. I'm going to hook up here, and then we'll change the orders. Ready? Here we go. Oh, there's one train that can't get to where they want to be. Okay, signals down there. They're going to have an implicit order through that station. We can move that back one. We'll make it come up here. And a little wiggle. There we go. I mean, we could probably make that wiggle more wiggly. Yeah, I want that wiggle to be longer. Let's cut. I don't know why, but it just feels like it should be. Train in the way. There we go. Let's remove that bit. There we go. Oh, the trains are going now. Well, here we go. Train whistle here. Yeah, I know you'll say you're not a dev, but have you but you have many great ideas to the game. Do you ever tell the devs about your ideas? No. No, I don't think I've ever directly gone, hey devs, I want this. But I do know occasionally the devs do nip into the streams a little bit, and they're aware of my content, so sometimes maybe they pick up on some of the things that I say. Anyway, so now the trains are going through this station. They don't need to do anything here, but what we're going to do is we're going to add an order. So they're going to go all the way from the bottom to the top and then back down to here, where we're going to tell them to load, and then down here afterwards there's going to be an unload order there. So now we can get rid of this line. And none of those orders are going to be should be implicit on the list. So the bidirectionalness for the main line is done. We just need to supply the stuff to drop off. Yeah. Can you prepare the super breakfast? Are you talking about the breakfast that we were chatting about in the OpenTTD Discord? The mega breakfast. Okay, I'll just bring people up to speed quickly. Basically, one summer I worked at a cafe in a park, and it was my job to not only serve the customers at the till, but to cook. And I used to cook something called the mega breakfast, and it had pretty much two of everything. It had a portion of tomatoes, mushrooms, and baked beans, and then it had black pudding, two potato waffles, 2 hash browns, 2 eggs, 2 sausage, 2 bacon, some scrambled egg, 2 pieces of toast, all this sort of thing. It was huge, and they called it the mega breakfast. And it's making me hungry now. I'm going to bed soon. It's making me feel hungry. I do like cooking those sorts of breakfasts, and I do mini versions of that for me and the family sometimes. Yeah, it was nice, but too much. It was too big. Yeah. Nice hair? Yeah, it's much neater, isn't it? Much neater. Yeah, I teased the Discord with a picture of the hair that had been cut onto the floor. That sounds like a 4-person meal. I know. I knew somebody who came to eat one of them, and after eating it, he also had his friend's toast as well. And it came with a massive cup of tea. I did have a look to see if I had a picture of them, but I couldn't find a picture of the mega breakfast. I was going to post it. Right then. So the bidirectional nature of the alcohol line is done. We are just not delivering any alcohol to this station for the trains to pick up. Okay, so let's put in a dock that is spread with the train station. And then we're going to use this brewery over here. So let's put a dock that's in reach of the brewery. And we want to be able to go through here.
Fantastic.
Alcohol office. Oh, WW's chosen the alcohol office. Nice one. So let's go through and put a little channel in here where our ships will be able to take a shortcut, because that's going to be needed. So we're taking the alcohol across by ship. There'll be some happy ships. And then we're going to put a big station here and bring... Oh no, wait, we're doing this by ships as well, weren't we? Yeah, except fruit and maize. Okay, so we need to get all the ships from the various different places bringing stuff in. So we're going to have to tag them. Yeah. OpenTTD needs chicken farms with chickens and eggs. I mean, really, what you could do is join the FURS development team and create a new environment and add a whole new kind of food supply chain. And you could like replicate like the fast food industry, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, that sounds lovely. You get to eat something similar when you go to the pub, yeah, and you work at breakfast in the morning. Oh yes, yeah, breakfast at the pubs, mega breakfast. Yeah, I personally with the breakfasts, I'm not so keen on the mushrooms and tomatoes. Sometimes I'll have them, but I'm not so keen. I won't have the black pudding. Personal preference. Usually what I'll try and do is get an extra hash brown. So I'll usually, if they're in the breakfast, I'll say no tomatoes, no mushrooms, no black pudding, but I'll have an extra hash brown if it's going, and then I'll eat everything else. Because in my experience, if a breakfast doesn't have a hash brown in it, I'm not interested. Nah, I will still have it, but I'll feel sad. Right then, let's get the other bits and bobs hooked up. So we're going to start. Let's get rid of the hotels. And I'm going to get rid of the brewery, just so I can see the farms and the fruit plantations and the coffee estates. So over here, let's get them labelled so we can start getting them all in. We got one place here. It's going to be a bit difficult. I'll do a few ones. There we go. Then we've got a coffee estate near the water over here. And then there is another coffee estate near this river here. And then there's another farm near this river here. Now, I think that's all of those in that immediate area. A little bit further out, we've got this fruit plantation. We'd have to break through there to get the stuff round, but that's fine. So, no, not 4, we've got 5. So that's 5 places we've got to hook up. So that's 1, 3, 4, 2 and 5. Get in there. You knew it. Yeah, I think you got the wrong number of 4s. 2 sausage, 2 bacon, 2 eggs, 2 hash browns, 2 slices of toast. Then construct a Maven breakfast sandwich. You're missing baked beans, to be honest, but I don't know if you get them in a sandwich. Hey, right. Speaking of food, another mini tangent, and you're probably going to like this. Let me go find it. Let me go find it. Let's see. Website. Down to the variety channel. Down to the series. Then down. Let's see. Where is it? Come on. Oh, found it. Right. I invented something called the Womlet. It's a potato waffle in the middle of an omelette, and you stack them up with different fillings between each one. I'm putting the link in the chat now for you to go and peruse at your wish. Hellish in the kitchen womlets. But I will show you a quick screenshot if I can find one of a womlet from the... Oh god. YouTube, don't be silly. YouTube's been silly. Hang on a second. Yeah, I think that's going to be the best I'm going to be able to do. Here we go. So it's a waffle. Sorry, the image quality is not great, but I've cut through it here, so you can see we've got potato waffle, then omelette, potato waffle, omelette, potato waffle, all the way across in a layer. Then we've got cheese and beans, and then another layer of womlet, cheese and beans, and another layer of womlet. And you can do different things apart from cheese and beans. This is called a womletier. Master Hellish and the womletier, right? So you have at least 2 womlets, another one on top. I've got a friend, whenever she visits the house, and I'm like, oh, do you want some lunch? What do you want to eat for lunch? And she'll be like, can we have womlets? Love it. One of my best inventions. One of my best inventions. Also, that series is part of a playlist, and there's a few interesting things in that playlist. I'll hang on. Where is it? There's a couple of interesting ones. Okay, so in addition to that, I made a giant Jaffa cake, and then one of the ones is I did Halloween chocolate treats, in which I put some things that were nice with chocolate and some things that weren't so nice in chocolate. And then, oh, my pot noodle pizza video. Basically, I made a pizza with pot noodle. But yes, womlets, probably my greatest invention. Yummy. Right, back to OpenTTD. So we've got a number of places listed already. Let's get back to the map and see if we've missed any. Okay, there's one down here on the south coast. That's going to be a little bit more challenging to hook up, I think. Is this it? That's an arable farm. Oh, is it that one? Yeah, it's that coffee estate. What was the last one? 5? Yeah, no, the last one was 5. This is going to be 6. Okay, so we found 6 industries to hook up. How many more are there nearby? There's some further afield. We've got another coffee estate here. I think we should do that one. It's on the waterways. That's 7 different industries. And then I think that's all of the ones in the area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. No, I missed. Oh, I haven't done this one. I haven't done this one because it's right in the middle of the land. I don't think we need it. I think the 7's enough. How many did we do down south? So here we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We did 7 down there. So if we did 7 down there, we do 7 up there. That's a little bit balanced. There we go. Right then. We'll have to try womlets. Yes. Yes, womlets. Especially a womletier. Should be cheese in the omelette as well, in your opinion. You don't need it in a womletier. You don't need cheese in the omelette as well as... Because it just... Nah. Well, I mean, you could do, but I don't think it needs it. But yes, tell you what, folks. I tell you what. If you make your very own womletier, I want to see a picture of it in the Discord, on the general channel. Definitely. It still needs hooking up. That is true. This one still needs hooking up. That would make 8, which means we have to have an 8th one up here. In which case, this one's going to have to get hooked up. Okay? So we've got the line upgraded, ready to take the alcohol. There's none yet there yet. The trains are just passing through. Okay, but if there was some stuff, they would pick it up. Right? If they pick it up, they bring it down, then they've got a station where they would drop it off. So the line's upgraded. We've got our brewery selected, and we've got all the places that we need to actually sort it all out. And then down at the bottom here, we've also got that one extra farm that popped up from the middle of nowhere. Okay. You don't understand the power of Dutch when it comes to cheese. You can never have enough cheese in your omelette. Yeah, the only problem is that the cheese might stick in between the waffly bits, and I'm not sure. More cheese, more good? I don't know. Yeah. Hello, you're newer to the game. Can you explain how to grow the production in an industry? Yes. I'll give you the short version, but if you go to my YouTube series, I've got a series on YouTube, the tutorial series. I've got a dedicated video about it. I'm not sure if it's dedicated, but it's definitely in one of the videos. If somebody knows the video, feel free to post the link. But the short version of the story is... Okay. And we're not in vanilla now, but I'll give you the vanilla answer. And I'll try. When you have a station taking stuff away from an industry, you have ratings. Okay? Now, those ratings dictate how much of the industry's stuff you transport away. Okay? So you want to get extremely good ratings at your station to transport as much as possible. Now it depends on your game settings as to how that then affects the production. In the normal game settings, if you have a high amount transported, then there's a high likelihood that production will increase. If you've got a low amount transported, then there is a chance that the production will decrease. And there's also a chance that the industry could close. So basically, if you want to grow the production of an industry, you need to have the industry serviced with good ratings. How do you get good ratings? You know, You need better ratings at the station. So you need newer trains, faster trains, trains on full load, statuing of the company owner with the local authority and all that sort of stuff. I've also got a video about the station ratings and maximising that and stuff. I'm not sure if it's in the same video or not, but it's in the tutorial playlist if you want more information. But that's kind of the high level thing. Hopefully that helped you out. High ratings at the passenger stations means better score with local authority, right? No. Station ratings and the local authority scores are separate. That's it. As far as, yeah, I can't think of anything that a station rating would affect the local authority. I don't think it does at all. No. For factories, simply deliver more to it. Yes. Okay. So what I was talking about was primary industries, places that you pick up from where production can grow. Obviously, if it's a secondary industry where you're trying to get like goods out of a factory, just deliver more to it, like Brandon said. But for primary industries, service it well, then it'll be fine. Yeah. Let me have a look. Right, okay. Master Hellish. Gaming channel. Click on the playlists option. And then go sort by last video added. Can I show you guys this? I think I can show you this. Yeah, here we go. So you can see we've got gaming questions, tips. Some of these last video addeds are private videos because they're not released yet, so you won't see them. But in the tutorial, there's the tutorial playlist. Fantastic. And then down here, we've got the actual list of the tutorial. Okay. Actually, have I got the link to the playlist? Yes. F11. There's the link to the playlist. Okay. Shame that passengers in planes are not 20 times more lucrative. Nah. The planes are boring. And if you just make something 20 times more lucrative, you make it even easier and you take all of the fun out of it. Right, what were we doing? Oh yeah, I was describing what the situation was. So again, to quickly recap. We've upgraded the alcohol line so we can take alcohol back. We haven't got any yet, but we've selected where we're going to make it, and we've identified where we're going to pull it in from. And we'll do that next time. Okay, folks, so that is going to be pretty much it for tonight. Thank you very much for watching. It's been great fun again to have you here. Now, for those of you on Twitch, we are going to go and raid another streamer. We are going to go and raid... Oh, no, she's offline. Never mind, we're not going to do it. We'll do it another time. Forget I said anything. So yes, we are going to get going, and we're going to come back same time next week. Watch the schedules and keep an eye out for all the different bits and bobs. Watch the cooking videos. Send me your pictures of your womlets, and I'll see you all soon. Remember, we've got that tutorial video coming out on Saturday. A couple of nice videos next week. And then I've got a couple of absolute corking videos coming out. I've got, I mean, if you think my videos are good, these are, oh, haha. So watch out for them, get subscribed, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Goodbye.